What's up, guys? Chooch out here riding on the veteran Sherman. This is one of the fastest electric unicycles ever made right here, and it has a 2500 watt motor in it and max speed. Some guys can get this thing up to about 50.2 miles an hour. I'm going to show you a crazy video coming up next where I got this thing like out on the highway, and it is absolutely gnarly, guys. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, I got some road riding in on this thing, and it is incredible. I really like this thing on the road. Everybody was ranting and raving about this thing being a really good road riding wheel, and guys, I've never really experienced something like that, as good of a road riding wheel. And granted, it also rides good off-road. I'm really loving it off-road, and that added weight and stability, you can get used to it, and you can really work with it, guys. You really can. It does take some ab muscles to get that thing to go up in the air, and you got to really grip it. I got the EUC Psi pads on here right now, and you can get these. They're linked below. The ones I'm using on this are called the Governor Jump Pads, the extra large version, and they are linked below. If you purchase them through that link, I'll get a little kickback, but I'm really liking these. And the veteran Sherman has a really big area, and I just put Velcro on the side of the veteran Sherman, put the Velcro on the back side of those pads, put them on there, and I've repositioned them probably about 5 or 6 times, and that Velcro is holding on there great. It's not moving anywhere. Nothing's coming loose or anything like that. I'll actually show you a hack that I do with the pads coming up in another video soon. I know I always say that. I always got so many ideas. But you can pick up these same exact pads right here. They're high quality 3D prints. They got almost like a squish gel-like consistency to them. They're great. Pick them up, like I said, link below. The link tree has them, and there's also a link in the description.
And it just goes so far, you have no idea how far you're riding, dude. I've been riding like crazy, dude. This is so much fun.
And I really got out to go adventure on this wheel, and it blew my mind, guys. Just the ability of this thing to go from a high-speed road riding scenario to going to a trail, to going over, to a technical section of a trail, to going up a gravel path, to going up maybe a fire road, to going up, whatever it may be. This thing can do it. This is just your all-around little, get into anywhere little transport vehicle, man. It is the coolest thing in the world. Once you get it down, it is. It is awesome. You have access to the world, man. You really do. Check that out. That was like a balancing rock right up there. We're in Garden of the Gods right now, and I rode all the way over to Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs on my adventure down there. I got so much footage, guys. I still got more footage to show you. So they say the range on this wheel right here is 128 miles roughly. This wheel has a 3200 watt hour battery in it. And the thing is, just with the way I was riding it, hard acceleration, taking it on trails, up mountains, everything like that, being super aggressive with it. And I didn't run it all the way down. I ran it to about 20% left, and I got about 80 miles out of it, guys. And I'm not complaining about that at all. That is absolutely incredible. I am a lighter weight rider, and this thing really is, this is a wheel that you're going to want to get. If you're a heavier rider, guys, you're over 250 pounds, this is what you want to get. You want to get this wheel right here, and you just don't jump any curbs with it or anything like that. If you're a heavier set dude, get on it and just rip it. Ride it as hard as you want, whatever. But if you go and jump in curbs, the only weak point would be, I guess, on this wheel would be the aluminum pedals on it. The whole thing's built like a tank, but you just go in to jump off the thing, maybe upgrade your pedals. There's a lot of options for upgraded pedals out there, just whatever. But this thing will take 600 pounds and transport it around like nothing. I believe if you put the right pedals on it, man, I think this thing could carry a car around, honestly, sitting on it. It really has the power to push anything and get somebody around, even somebody with some substantial weight. So if you're looking at these, and you're a heavier set fella, and you're like, oh, there's no way I could ever get on that. Yeah, there is, man, and you can learn it quick. And please don't be put off by it, because the Monster Pro, this wheel, there's wheels out there for you. You know, there's definitely wheels. Like even just the old Gotway Monster, that's a great wheel for you. You know, so don't be put off by the hobby thinking it's just little guys that are out here riding around on these things, because it absolutely isn't. You know, and you can get on one of these and you can really rip it around, no problem, even being a heavy fella. One thing I also really like about this wheel, surprisingly, is the actual size of the wheel. So the 20-inch wheel really is perfect. So that one bump and 1 inch bump from that 19-inch wheel that I'm used to riding on that Gotway M Super X and my Gotway M Super Pro, that 1 inch bump, guys, I'm telling you, makes this thing go from sketchy to ride on the road to just being able to smoothly sail down the road like this. Like if you're not a speed demon, look at this. So this is just cruising through town right here. This is not a fast road by any means. I'll show you a fast road coming up in the next video, a 65-mile-per-hour road. This is a 30-mile-per-hour road. And so we're just cruising through town right here, and this is where a wheel like this shines, guys, for your long range, just cruising, man. And this right here is just, it's so stable because of all that weight. And you might look like an idiot, and it might look like you're on a toy going down the road, but I'm telling you, when you're standing on this thing and you know how to ride it, you feel like you have more control over than anything. Man, I feel like I could just scoot around any collision. I feel like I could navigate around any car. I really could. I know it looks like this is completely unsafe, but I feel like I'm really in control on this wheel. And use your hand signals. Whenever I sway back and forth like that, that's usually at a intersection or something like that. And the only reason I'm going to be doing that, the swaying back and forth, it can be fun, you know, carving back and forth, but I'm doing that because it gets drivers' attention. A driver will see that. If they see something of somebody, literally just swaying back and forth, pivoting in traffic, that's the first thing they're going to see. And so that's what I do. If they just see somebody standing up like a zombie going straight down the road, they might not notice it. They might think, this idiot's on a bike or, on a skateboard or whatever, and, they might not think twice about it and not realize how fast you're going. So that's why anytime I'm going down and I'm near an intersection like that, especially a busy one, you'll see me always swaying and dancing and all that stuff. And I'll even, if I'm not filming, I'll be waving my hands and everything, really getting people's attention, guys, because you don't want to take a chance. You really want to throw your hands, and you got both hands to use, and you got no handlebars, so wave them. I'm telling you what, wave them when you go through a big, busy intersection like that. Over your head, like you're literally trying to make rainbows in the air, and people will see you for sure. And that's a great advantage to these electric unicycles, is having both hands free to be able to communicate with other automobiles and other passerbys and pedestrians and bikers, etc. So that's one thing I really like about it. And you can't argue that, if you're talking about and looking at these as an e-biker or somebody that rides a bike, one thing, you got both hands free. You can literally tell people which direction you're riding while drinking a milkshake on this thing, and you can't do that on a bicycle. You might be able to for a little bit, but you're not going to be able to do that across an intersection. I'm talking about the guys that can ride bicycles with no hands. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. But anyways, this thing, it rips, man. You get it out on the road and it just accelerates fast. It goes, it's like nothing. And the thing is with this wheel, compared to the B-Goat EXN. So I have both wheels, both high performance fast wheels, and the B-Goat EXN, guys, the place where I do like it better, honestly, is places like this. So for street riding like this, road riding where I'm around town, where I'm in and out of parking lots, where it's tight corners, where it's almost like a racetrack where I'm riding it at. You see this around town like that? I like that wheel because it's a little bit lighter weight, and then it has that street tire on it, so I can really lay it down in corners, man. I can power into corners and power out. With this, I get a little bit of a skipping effect, and I think it's just because of the tire on this wheel. Link below, guys, if you want to get any of these wheels, the links are below. So a lot of people ask about that. The links below are affiliate links. They help me out to all three companies. So if you're overseas, in London, UK, whatever it may be, E-Rides, United States, click the eWheels link. And also, if you are into electric scooters, and if there's anything over at Rev Rides that interests you or any of those wheels, you can get a $50 discount on there as well. That's an affiliate link. All that's below. But anyways, the B-Goat EXN, it really shines for the street racing type of stuff. You know, it really does. Like for that really aggressive street racing type of stuff. And this wheel right here, it comes with the option to get that street tire. So I really don't know what it would feel like with a street tire. So I can't really go spouting out, you know, how this thing would ride differently than the B-Goat EXN, just because I don't have the same tire setup on it, you know. And it's so hard to say, and that's the biggest difference on it, you know, because this has a enduro tire on it, or a dual sport, as you would say, tire on it, and then that one has like a street racing tire on it. And so until I get them with the same exact tire on it, both of them are just really fast, really aggressive wheels that have extreme braking power, extreme torque. But the thing is, until I get the same tire on it, I can't give y'all a justifiable answer of which one I like better.